What's up? Welcome back to the channel. If you are subscribed, if not, then why aren't you not? But anyway, welcome to my channel, and today I have a very special something I've been building up for a little while through the last season of Splitgate. And if you haven't jumped on Splitgate yet, well, yes, we are into a new season finally with the Splitgate Beta Season 1. We are still in beta because this game has changed a hell of a lot. So we'll go through a little bit of that today as we talk through. But the big main event today is 100 reward drops. Now that's very specific 100 because this is technically not gambling, because you cannot buy reward drops in Splitgate. You can't buy them from the store. There's no secret codes. There's no PlayStation Store, Xbox Store kind of way to buy them. Sometimes they give out drops via Twitch if you're watching Twitch, or they come watch your Twitch. Sometimes they do some drops on Twitter. Sometimes on a dev stream as well. They might throw something out there. I think it may happen once in the past. But basically, you can only really get reward drops for free, and you do that in game by completing challenges for daily rewards, as well as weekly rewards, as well as a daily login. I believe it's like day 4 or something that you get a free drop. And there's also drops available in the battle pass, which is also a really awesome battle pass. Actually, go check out my other video, put a link in the top right as well if you want to have a look through the whole battle pass and the best bits of it, and some a little bit of a tip of where you need to get to make it worth your time in terms of how much split coin you've got to spend on that. So in the meantime, let's jump into this one. Let's grow strong, learn fast, and always be kind as well in the comments down below if you have anything to say about what the drops I get in this. And we're also really going to be looking at, out of 100, how many of those drops are common items, are epic items and rare items, and of course legendary items as well. And what this will do actually is sort of give a snapshot as to the probability of getting any one of those items, because technically they don't actually have to advertise what the likelihood is that you will get each tier, because again, it's not gambling. So this might give some idea. I know there are some tricks and rumors out there about if you press it at certain times, or if you have a certain color on a ball as it drops and then you go for it, that you are more likely to get one of those items. I'm not 100% sure. A few times throughout this, we do click on the green versus the gold versus the blue and the purple and the white, and it doesn't seem to make any real difference. I mean again, legendary without doing that, I'm pretty sure at one point. So but if that does work for you, maybe some tips would be really good if you want to throw them out there down below, and that'd be really cool. So we're going to jump in as we're going through this now. I believe we'll probably get quite a few commons to begin with. I haven't done a reward drop in quite a while, and I don't own a lot of items in the game, so the loot pool at the moment is pretty large, but that makes it all the more exciting to get legendaries. And I believe you can get pretty much anything from sprays to weapon skins to special emotes, as well as obviously your character skins as well. So it'd be interesting to see what we end up with. And we are starting off with a few commons as we flick through. We'll try and breeze through those as quickly as we can, and some rares as well actually. But what you'll notice in particular compared to last season to kick off is that the reward drop screen has sort of changed. Basically, they got rid of your character standing on the right, who was pulling a lever to start the animation and for it to happen. And I can see why they kind of got rid of that. It was a bit unnecessary, but one of the good points about that was that you could equip an item you just got, if it was a skin for a character, and then you'd immediately see what that looks like on your character. So that was, yeah, I kind of missed that a little bit, but at the same time, I'm very happy with the skin I have, because I got the Splitgate Gold Edition, which gives you the skin. If you've ever seen my other gameplays, you'll see that I'm wearing a pretty unique skin as well. You might have seen the other people wearing it. That's from the Gold Edition. That's still available, I believe, and again, there's another video that will be up that I will review what you get for that in terms of what you're paying for it, which is really good. So we just got a rocket launcher splatter skin. So there's a lot of new skins, not just from the battle pass, but in the item shop as well. And there's some themes going through as well on the battle pass that we might see in here as well. Now, obviously, you cannot get the battle pass items in a reward drop. That would be absolutely ridiculous. Although we are getting emotes. We have an emote. That's pretty cool, actually. And there's the skin I was just talking about. Hands on head. Okay, I get it. Kind of looks weird with my skin, but I imagine some other characters would look really good with that. And I'm great that it actually shows you with the skin that you've got. So before you didn't really have that when it came up. So actually, yeah, I kind of like that change. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then we get an epic. So there's this new theme called microbes. As you might see, probably for quite a few different characters. That seems like a pretty standard color theme. So let's talk a little bit about the new season a bit more. So obviously we have a blog and we also have a news thing. If you go onto the Splitgate website, and I'll put a link down below, there is a blog, dev blog, and there's also some patch notes as well. So we'll probably stick with the beta season 1 patch notes, which came out last week. And it's mostly beginning with the map creator, because that is one of the big new points to the game, that you can now create your own maps. Anyone who played Time Splitters or Halo way back when they had their own map creator modes remembers how amazingly fun that was, and making the most crazy maps with you and your friends. That's basically this. But what you can do as well is, because you can do absolutely anything you want, you can make objectives, you can make an oddball map, you can make a capture the flag or domination map. You can choose what weapons are going to be on there, where the portals are going to be. I think where the spawn points are as well, and make absolutely anything in a complete sandbox mode. What you then do is you save it to your profile. And of course, you can invite friends to come and play on it. You can open up a custom server for someone to come play on it. And if you are the player that joins that, and you think, oh my god, this is an awesome map, this is so awesome, I want to play more, you can download that person's map, I believe, and save it on your own so that you can play it again. So that's a whole new world for creators and community leaders to really do something special with their viewers, with their subscribers. That's going to be really awesome. I might make a few maps in the future if I come up with some really awesome ideas. Maybe I'll do that. So that'd be pretty cool. So make sure you subscribe for that. Oh, another emote. Just a wave. That's a really tiny wave. That's strange. I mean, yeah, emotes, not complaining. It's a common. I'll take it. Love that emotes are now in the loot pool as well. Anyway, back to the patch notes. So we have new modes, obviously we have, well, I say new, there's an evolution, which is just showdown, but I actually really like this idea. So every round you start off with a pistol and a carbine on both sides. The team that loses, I think it's a new loadout, which I think is an assault rifle and battle rifle possibly. And then the other team stays on pistol and carbine at one. So now the playing field is a bit more even, and then if they lose, then they come up to their assault rifle level and you're back to even again. So if you start the first round and you get absolutely rolled, like it's just smurfed basically, and you just get destroyed, then at least you have a better chance in the next round. So that's really awesome, really fair way of doing it. I really like, adds a new dynamic to that kind of competitive way of playing. That's not in the ranked mode, that is just in the normal showdown variation from evolution. And then one flag, capture the flag, it's just like swapping sides and defending and attacking. So it's like capture the flag but less chaotic, because one team is defending and one team is attacking. There's not two flags that would catch the other one. It's kind of a more controlled version. So it's less chaotic, I guess. I'm not sure why. I mean, there wasn't anything wrong with capture the flag, I suppose, but we might play a few of those games and we'll see what happens with that as we breeze through another couple of rares and the odd epic as well, which I didn't mind on the plasma auto rifle back there, but I have better skins for that anyway from the previous battle pass, which was actually really quite good. And let's see what we get here. And we're back on Moss, the very nature theme at the moment. Right, in terms of maps, we have the brand new Foregone Destruction have been completely revamped, and it looks incredible. This is what they are sort of flagshipping as what is possible for them to create if they focus purely on one map and they put everything into that, and what they hope to do with future maps. So if you get on Foregone Destruction, you'll see like all this amazing marble effects, textures. You'll see the surrounding environment. It looks incredible. The lighting is absolutely fantastic. They've also changed up some of the arrangement of the map. So, for example, in like Contamination, for example, there were some really good points you could get to and just hide that no one else could get to easily, and you would just kind of farm. So they seem to have tried to get rid of that meta. I hope they do that for most maps, because that's getting a little bit ridiculous now that people have really found the strangest places to just stand and hide, or vantage points where you cannot get up to them without getting shot in the face. And again with the microbes, I kind of feel like I got that skin already, but I think that's on a different character. So microbes is available across multiple characters, so we'll see that come back round again, I am absolutely sure. So Foregone Destruction was one of the most competitive maps, I think, as well. You could really tell people knew that map like the back of their hand, and they knew where all of the main weapons were, the power weapons were, the sniper rifle and the railgun, and it was just getting insane. So I'm glad to see that change, and I hope to see more changes for the other maps as well. And we've been through the battle pass. There's a new kind of slightly new UI on the main menu if you go into quick play, because they've got groups of modes together now. So because they have so many modes, that does kind of split up the player base a bit, but if you group them together into common themes, then you get more players into each lobby. So like that works, that's pretty cool. It's gonna be interesting with challenges as well, because if you have a specific game mode and it's amongst other game modes, that's going to make it a bit more difficult to get the right one if nobody else votes for that one, and you're kind of going to be stuck trying to get onto a game mode for a challenge that you can't get onto, so you can't do the challenge. That might get a bit annoying. We will see what's gonna happen with that. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're a Prime game member, Prime as in Amazon Prime, or it used to be Twitch Prime, this used to be called, you get exclusive stuff from them. If you, there's a link on the page. If you go to the beta season 1 patch notes, like towards the bottom, there is a link for Prime members, so you get on that and you get an exclusive weapon skins, border skins. They're hopefully going to release stuff as it goes. So they're starting off with portal skins, weapon skins. I think it's for the sniper rifle, the assault rifle, possibly the rocket launcher, and then there should be a portal skin in there as well. So check that out. I'm definitely going to grab that. And that's the Season 1, Beta Season 1. I keep forgetting to say beta, even though it is 100% just beta now, which is, I don't know if there'll ever be an actual launch. This is like a really, really soft launch. Almost as soft as some of the items I'm getting in this 100 drop. The moss, the blue there. And we're about halfway through the drops, I think. We're getting there. So we're getting this one. We get a lot of portal gun skins. Yep, we've got about 50 more, 49 to go. We're halfway there, and I will try and put up some stats at the end as well. The video will count up how many commons, how many rares, how many epics, and how many legendaries we get. And I'm not saying that guarantees sort of stats of what you're likely to get, but you know, it's nice to know. It's good to do these experiments, you know, and if we can do a bit more, we might learn a bit more about what you can get, and whether, you know, it's worth saving up those drops, maybe, or we should just open them as they come, what you're more likely to get. But I will let you make that decision. Now, speaking of new stuff, we also have the dev blog. This is actually number 8 in the series. There are more if you want to go back and read some of them. They're kind of interesting, but obviously kind of irrelevant at this stage at the start of a new season. Now, it's mostly about the new quick play menu to briefly discuss, where you've got different game modes. So you have Team Deathmatch on its own, that's just Team Deathmatch. Team Fiesta, which is Fiesta mode for King of the Hill, Domination, and also Team Deathmatch, obviously. So if you're a big fan of the Fiesta mode, there's now more modes with that, and they're all grouped together. Tactical Deathmatch is Team Shoddy Snipers, Team SWAT. Team Objective is pretty obvious, that's the one flag, capture the flag. And of course Team Oddball, an old favourite. Takedown is just Takedown. Team Rumble is a weird collection. It's Split Ball, Zombie VIP, and Laser Tag. So that's a weird kind of collection, but yeah, I can see that kind of working. And then we have Competitive Practice, which is actually my personal favourite of all these menus, I have to say, because not only has it got King of the Hill domination and team deathmatch in the same one, but same as Fiesta, but it's without the radar. And I honestly think it's getting towards a point where the radar is a little bit strong. I think the game actually really benefits from not having a radar, because the audio is pretty damn good actually. You can hear footsteps really well, you can hear guns firing all over the place really well. So I actually really like those modes purely because there's no radar, because it gets a bit ridiculous when you're literally just like round the corner from someone and you both just stop and you're just waiting for the other person to move, because you know they're there, because you have basically almost a wall hack with that. So that's kind of annoying. I'd love to see that go, but there's a mode where you can do that, and you can throw emotes like Sassy out there. A rare emote, that's pretty cool. We'll take that. We'll take that. I mean, the rares are pretty good in this game. The rares are pretty good. Anyway, back to the gameplays. We have Search and Survive, which is the evolution we spoke about, and the normal showdown as well, so you get both in that one. And then FFA Brawl, which again is another weird collection. I'm not sure what the FFA stands for. Someone can tell me, that'd be awesome. Gun Game, Instagib, and One in the Chamber. Now these are just like really random game modes. Like, I don't know if these got played that much. Gun Game is absolutely brilliant. Instagib is very niche because it's only the railgun. And in One in the Chamber, I believe that's only the carbine. So unless you like those weapons, you're probably not going to play those modes much. Gun Game is pretty good because it's pretty much like Fiesta, but you have to, it's a bit more incentivized. You get more rewards out of it. It's progressive and it's a bit more competitive. So that's the new kind of quick play mode. Ranked has been reduced down to just 2 modes. We had, I think it was 4 modes, or 3 modes last time. We had duos, trios, and 4v4. Now it is just, I believe, trios and 4v4 are your only choices. You have to do a separate rank for each one, so you have to do the practice matches to then ascertain a rank, I think, maybe, possibly. I don't know if you do that. Yeah, I think you have to do that again before you get given a rank. So that'd be pretty cool. I wish that was more available in other games, where every season you just did 5 practice matches and then it said what rank you were. I think that would be like one of the best ways to fight smurfing in any other game. So there's just the 2 modes for rank. So there'll be much more filled lobbies because there's only 2 of them. That's pretty good. Obviously, you still have races and the training range. The races now have a difficulty setting as well. UI is slightly different and it's a bit easier to navigate. And that's really good. And we don't have yet. We will. Well, we will actually. 2 days from this recording, we will have a special extra XP at the bottom there. I don't know what that is yet, because I'm recording this a couple of days in, and we haven't got it yet. So that'll be really interesting to see. That's what I'll be playing this weekend, for sure. And that's pretty much kind of the new stuff of the season. So the shop obviously has lots of new stuff. There's lots of new skins and stuff. We've not actually really had any more movement in the idea of lore. I know Endo in the dev stream quite a while ago kind of hinted it. Oh my god, gold! Yes, we have a legendary, and it's a jetpack, but it's gold, and it's beautiful. Not too bad. 25 drops to go. Or 26 drops to go. Okay, so gold. We'll take a jetpack at the end of the day. There's some really awesome one on the battle pass, which looks really cool as well, but always good to see a legendary, and it's a jetpack. That's not too bad. And we'll go back to, so lore. I believe, like, obviously the original character in Splitgate when it launched is the T200 skin. And it kind of pops up every now and then as well, and they keep adding new characters. But I believe, from my point of view, and, discuss this with me if you like, but the T200 is kind of like the underdog of, like, the whole, I guess, league of Splitgate. And he's very emotive still, even though he doesn't really have a face, because he's got a helmet and a mask, obviously. But, he's the base model, and I think when you have that in a game, that tends to be the kind of main character. The main character can't be OP, but they also can't be the worst character in the game, otherwise they're just going to lose every fight. So it would be cool to see what kind of allies they have. There's definitely some more kind of villainous characters in the skins as well. You look at something like the Sigma Dark that's come with the battle pass on this one, the legendary for that, for Arquebus, legendary Sigma Dark. The very sort of dark assassin could be a chaotic good though, could be pretty good. But you got things like Tusk, the Rhino thing. That dude's going to be a badass, absolute badass. And then you've got ones that look a little bit like the T200, like the Vulture, the Alabastra, the Gangster, I guess, and the Hanya and the Interceptor. They could all be working together. That could be a really cool thing. They could all totally work together. And then you've got people like Ironside, the Norse kind of character, Jaden, the assassin. Kind of goes with the, I guess, the dark character. So there's definitely potential for character relationships to happen. There's definitely potential for all the different locations and maps. And if you go around the map, actually, there's very tiny little details of lots of different companies involved as well for each map. So they're all from different locations as well. So there's plenty of setup and potential to build some lore. And I think that'd be really cool to see. I think it would add another element to the game that at the moment is it can't ride the tails of Halo forever. It just can't. It can't be the Halo portal shooter for the rest of its time, because that's going to get boring, and Halo are going to get pretty pissed off that they got these guys riding their tails all the time. So we'll see what happens with that, and also with PlayStation buying Bungie, maybe we'll see something finally on PlayStation to do with that. But you know, we'll see what happens with that. And as we come into our top 12, 13 left on the drops, actually. So we're getting close to the end, and go remember to obviously put up what the stats are in my 100 drops. How have you found finding drops in this game, by the way? If you've made it this far into the video, congratulations, thank you so much. And you know, if you have, make sure you hit the like as well. That would really tell me who's watching all of this, and that'd be just, I hugely appreciate that, paying attention to the channel, trying to grow it as I go. Hold back a little bit because I've been dealing with some personal stuff recently. I've had lots of exams at uni and stuff, so I haven't played as much, but last season I played so much I got 100 drops, so maybe it's a good thing for me to take a little bit of a break. Plus we have Apex starting up as well. The new season of Apex kicks off next week as well, so there's going to be a lot of activity coming up, so make sure you're subscribed as well. We're into our top 10 now. Let's count this down. So in our top 10, what are we getting? What do we got left in the loot pool to find? We've got another portal gun skin, which, to be honest, portal gun's not that big a deal. You don't notice it that much in the game, I suppose, because it's so tiny on the arm. So you're not really going to see it. So we get another portal skin. It hurt me. It totally hurt me. That's ridiculous. Okay, what do we got now? So we hit it at the right time. And we get jetpacks. A lot of jetpacks. There's a lot of jetpack skins in this, and that's totally fine. If there's anything I've missed as well throughout this, apart from all the portal guns I apparently still don't have, obviously request down below. I'm going to make some more videos as we go throughout the season. This is going to be a fantastic season. I cannot wait to enjoy more of this as I move towards having less to do towards Easter, so that's going to be absolutely awesome. Really enjoying this. So yeah, make sure you enjoy playing it as well. I'm going to have to take some breaks from playing it because I'm playing it so much. And this has been such a fun thing to do to all these drops. We go into the top 3. We got an assault rifle skin. And then we are going to get a nice M90 SMG. Very kind of camo. Yeah, looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And then we'll do this one. We've got a... we've got sprays. That's something I missed. Sprays. What are people still using sprays? If you're still watching right now, comment spray just on its own down below. Just comment that and I'll know. And people will be like, what the hell is he written spray for? Like, what the hell, man? Because it's such a fast-paced game that there's just no real opportunity to use these, and they don't do anything. So I don't know why they're still keeping those in the game. You can't buy them, so I don't imagine anyone's losing out. And we're finishing off with the common sidewinder for the portal gun. Okay, so we didn't finish off with the legendary. We got a few. We got a couple in that. We got plenty of commons, obviously, and rares and epics. So we will total those up, for which you will see up on the screen as I pop that up. Pretty about now. Let's pop that up, and you can see. Obviously, it's pretty unlikely you're going to get the legendary. that's the whole point, and you're more likely to get commons, so that's the entire point. So this is not completely 100% guaranteed stats and advice, but if anyone else has got something to compare that with, then obviously I'd love to see it. In the meantime, hope you enjoy the season. Splitgate Beta Season 1. Let's go, grow strong, learn fast, and always be kind.